Today's episode of the Just Keep Swimming podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible is an online audiobook and podcast service offering over 10,000 books and the ability to listen to your favorite podcasts, including the Just Keep Swimming podcast. I personally use Audible all the time and suggest you take a listen to Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. In this book, Mr. Maxwell shares his story on how he was able to live a noble and purposeful life and gives you tips and tricks so you can do the same. So please start your 30-day free trial now at www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast, all lowercase. Again, that is www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast. And if you have any more questions or concerns for the Just Keep Swimming podcast, you're always welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or at Instagram at justkeepswimming_podcast, or you can email us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. And with that out the way, let's dive into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your boy, your friend, your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we back at it again with another great episode for you. And you already know who I got with me. It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr. AKA Mr. 1-3.
Yes, sir.
AKA Mr. Captain Capper.
Captain Capper, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, yo, and on the games I've been capping.
Oh, you have been capping, bro? Yeah, we've been having some great nights like these last few nights, bro. Yeah, I've been loving it, man.
But how you be, bro?
I've been good, man. Another great day, another day, another dollar. Got to see the day. Woke up, It's always crazy stuff going on, but at the same time, if there's no mess, there's nothing to clean up, so.
That's true.
Yeah, gotta enjoy it. Can't complain too much.
Heard that.
Yes. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest come with you guys today with another very special episode. I'm about to bring it to the mic right now. This is actually one of my road dogs, my OG. We've been through a lot of life together, grew up together, been through a lot of trouble, but nobody went to jail, nobody got hurt, and we all doing good still, so I'm always loving it. So bring it to the microphone, bring it on Mr. Justin Armstrong.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you guys for having me here, man. It's been far too long, Jack.
Yeah,
far too long, man.
Shit, I haven't seen you almost 8 years almost.
Something like that.
I think I saw you after we graduated, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then also have with Mr. Justin, go ahead and introduce your wife.
Yes, with me is my wife, Katie Armstrong.
Katie Armstrong.
Yes, I'm the better half.
Yes. Yes. I like that. Yes. I already know you are.
She definitely is.
Yes, Jay. So, thank you again for coming with us today, bro. And the reason I want to bring you on this episode is I understand that you're actually a football coach. And I kind of just want to learn a little bit more about what it is to be a football coach, some of your trial tribulations, and what you go through, and just learn more of your experience and your story being a coach, if that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I'm glad to share.
Hell yeah. So we're going to just dive right into it, bro. And my first question for you is what made you want to become a football coach? Like, where did that even come from? Besides your pops, of course. Shout out Coach Armstrong.
Yeah, shout out the big man. Honestly, I didn't really know. When I graduated high school, I had good grades. I was pretty good at math, okay at science, and I really didn't know. So when I went to college, I thought I was going to be an engineer.
Okay.
Yep. So I spent 2.5 years trying to do that.
Right.
Ended up absolutely hating it, which is part of the learning process.
Yeah.
And I took about a semester to figure out what I wanted to try and do, and then I figured out I wanted to get into football on the other side of things. If I'm not playing it, I would like to coach it or whatever. Mm-hmm. And actually, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I got an internship with the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, wow.
And I was working as a scouting intern for them, which was awesome. Got to see a lot of cool stuff, a lot of things. It was a great experience. But the thing that bugged me the most about it is that you can affect who comes in, but you can't affect the change that they make. You can't affect the progress that they make. And that was one thing that just didn't sit right with me.
Right.
You know, as far as doing all that stuff. So that's when I decided, like, you know what, like, I really want to coach. You know, not scout, not anything else, like, coach.
Because it's like you get to see the person with the potential and bring them in, but then you can't apply it or apply it the way you see it should be applied.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's crazy, bro. So then what did you do to transfer over to the coach role then?
Actually, I talked to my head coach. He told me I was crazy. No, he really did. He was like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Like, it's hard. It's long hours. Like, you know, I don't know if you want to be a family man, but it's like it's gonna be tough on the family and stuff like that, especially in the college world." And I was like, "Yeah." So I started off as a GA, which is a graduate assistant, which basically, you know, you do all of the work, all the little stuff. You're basically like the person that allows the rest of the coaches to look as good as they do.
So like the secretary low-key?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. So with worse pay. With worse pay. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I love doing it. I never like complained about it like at all. But you don't really get paid in experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Understand that one, man.
So.
Understand that. So then how'd you get to the high school you're at now?
Oh man, long road. Very long road. So I stayed in college for about 7 years, 6-7 years. Bounced around a bunch of different places. I coached literally every level from Division I down to D3 and NAIA.
Oh, wow.
And just never, I don't know, like I never just got that traction to where it's like gonna go and like be quote unquote super successful with it as far as that stuff was concerned. And then my dad actually started coaching down in Texas, told me all about it, sounded interesting, so I figured I'd apply, and then got in that way.
Oh, word.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Do you actually play against your dad?
No. So we did not go against each other. But the year that we worked together was funny because it was the first time that I had actually seen him on a Friday night in 12 years.
Since you played on.
Since I played, yeah.
That's
so that was crazy.
How'd you feel? Like,
The first game, I was like, man, this is wild. Like tingly, chill, like all that. It was like crazy. And then once the game started, it was like, all right, let's coach football. But
right.
you know, but before it, I was like telling him, like, I don't think we've been on the same sideline in 12 years or whatever.
Right. That's deep. I mean, I love the explanation how you said it though. Before the game, it's all tingly, and then when the game started, it's like, okay, it's game time though. I gotta let all that stuff go. Now that's how I always felt every time we played.
Yeah.
Like kickoff, I'm shaking. But then after that first hit, it's like, okay, let's go. It's game time. Let's get started rolling. Yeah, so
I miss it.
You miss it?
Yeah. It was good times, man. Good times.
It was just a solid 2-hour block of just doing what you need to do and being with the whole squad on the same page, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the part I miss. Like, I mean, everybody talks about like the good old days and like high school and stuff, but like, I don't know, I would say the biggest difference between high school and college is like, you grew up with a lot of those kids you played with in high school, so it's a little bit different.
Right, exactly. More true friendships and low-key true partnership teams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, I mean, college, like, my college is a little bit different. College nowadays is a lot different, but like, I still make good friends there, but it wasn't the same as Friday Night Lights, with your boys that sixth grade? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Sixth grade, and the rest of them we like played against or with.
Way with them, exactly.
Yeah, so it was crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a crazy experience. So do you ever get that like itch while you coaching? Like, man, give me your pad so I can go out there and smack this here for you.
I do not get that itch. I'm still a very competitive person, and I do try to instill that in the players that I coach. But no, I've never wanted to go out there and smack some kid, man. Yeah, like, no.
Take back my glory days.
Yeah, no. I've never wanted to do that.
I feel it. I I couldn't do it. My knees don't work the way they used to. So,
yeah,
I feel that one. So cool. So one of my questions for you is what is some of the biggest difficulties that comes with coaching? Definitely for you personally.
For me, I guess one of the biggest difficulties was going from college to high school to then even middle school, and just realizing like, hey, like these kids are like they're trying to be here, but they don't necessarily always have the means to get there, so you can't really be mad if they don't show up all the time or if they don't show up on time.
Right.
You know, because in college it's different. It's like, hey, you're either here or you're not here, and if you're not here, then like
you're replaced.
Yeah, peace out.
You're an adult.
It's a job. Like it's a legit job, you know. And where these kids, it's like, yeah, you hold them to a certain standard, and like 99% of them meet it. You know, but every once in a while there's a extenuating circumstance. There's something that happens to their parents' car, or you know, and it's like, like.
Right, yeah, I need this
like
kid
one time, like okay, like you know what I'm saying. I think that's like the hardest part. Everything else is pretty much like football is football, you know. Especially down there where we're at, it's pretty much just a culture full of it, and they understand it. And, you know, they understand they're going to be coached hard, but they're going to be coached the right way.
Right.
So. But yeah, just the biggest understanding for me was like that some of these kids don't have, you know, good home lives, or some of these kids, you know, don't have a great background, but for whatever reason they're gonna listen to coach, or for whatever reason like they want to show up for this and they're gonna get their grades during this season, you know.
Right.
That's been the biggest, I would say, like eye opener.
That's deep. No, and I love it because as you were saying, it reminded me of an experience I had with flag football recently, where this one kid was coming out, I think I told you before, where it was like, he had always walking on the field by himself, you know, and it's like, where's your mama at, bro? You know, or it'd be times like mid-game, he'd be like, I ain't got no water, coach. I'm like, you got no water? What are you doing out here with no water on you, you know what I'm saying? So luckily I always carry extra water, so I always give it over, like, here you go, I know you need it, but stuff like that always just makes me think like, damn, I wonder what's his home life like, or his circumstance that's making this so, something that should be easy, difficult, you know?
Or like,
that's always hard.
Or like some of them like don't have a positive male role model, like legit. Like there's not one in their life, like, and it's crazy. You know, so
yeah, that's life, man.
So I felt when I was working at Math NXIII as like a center director for like math tutoring and stuff. But like, just first off, it was just because I know the area, because it was up in the north. Like, yo, some people just don't have the best like options to be paying this much money. If they're going to do that, they're going to be put in a deficit, and obviously that comes with like, you know, familiar problems off the bat and things like that. But like being able to have to support these kids and you know, giving them like a safe haven, but also like still requiring the expectation that needs to be met, because this is my job and y'all need to get better because y'all in school right now. Yeah. So it's an interesting balance, to say the least. You still have to be hard, but you also have to kind of
be understanding.
Be understanding.
That they're human, you know.
Right. And their children.
And their children. They don't have much choice, you know. A lot of times they're being just thrown into something, you know. So look, with that being said, do you ever feel, and this is just me thinking, definitely doing enough said, do you ever feel like the parents look at you as a babysitter compared to actual coach? Like they just drop the kids off and leave, or do you ever feel like they're actually a part of it? I'm sure you get both sides. But
yeah, I mean, not really. You know, the only time you feel like that is if it's after a game or after practice, and like, you know, everybody knows what time practice ends. Everybody knows what time your kid's game gets over with. Like most of the time, like they're there. The only time I've ever felt like a babysitter is when I've literally seen the kids' parents there, and then they're not there to pick their child up from school.
Really?
Yeah. Which again, it happens. Like maybe they had to go drop somebody off or whatever, and I get that, but like that's like the only time. Right. You know, and it's not often. You know, but it does happen.
Right.
So
okay, yeah, I was just curious because like when we were doing Enough Said, we were doing a lot of stuff on Saturdays or something like that, and there was a lot of times where that exact thing, like the parents would drop the kid off and disappear, and then you're like, okay, well we're done. Where's your mom at? oh no, I can't get a hold of her, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, we end up having to drop the kid off at home, which is like, as a mentor, I felt fine with it, but at the same time, it's like, man, you have to help your son out at home in order for me to help him out out here. You know, like, we have to get that balance going.
Yeah.
I'm not here to babysit your kid. I'm here to help him grow and get better.
Well, yeah, like that old saying, like it takes a village. Like it still takes a village to raise a kid. You know, like I can only do so much if you're not doing your job at the house. Like
there's only so much.
Yeah.
There's only so much I can do. You know.
I feel like where do you coach again?
I just got moved up to Permian.
Permian. Okay.
Yeah, Odessa, Permian. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, like, I don't know. Just in my experience, I feel like it's a Vegas thing. Because sports aren't that big in Vegas, you know.
Yeah. I was just about to ask that too. Like, do you feel like it's different from Vegas and Texas?
That is a huge difference.
Huge difference.
From playing in Vegas to coaching in Texas, like it is a huge difference in how serious they take it. Which is not a bad thing, you know. It's just different, you know. I remember the first year I got out there, I was at a different school, but one of my buddies was like, hey, like, you know, why are you treating him like a college kid? And I'm like, well, dude, you played college ball. I'm like, look at everything that these kids have. They get workout clothes.
Oh wow.
Yep, they get pads, they get all this stuff, which, I mean, everybody gets pads, but like they get all this extra stuff. They get gear, they get socks, they get cleat. Like, I'm like, did you get, like, I don't, like, where I'm from, like, we didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to pay money for that. Like, for them, it's like, yeah, we'll do a fundraiser here or there, but then, like, that's what the kids expect to have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like college.
Yeah.
You know, at the high school level out there, like, it's like college. Like, the amount of hours that we're asking these kids to put in, which they do without hesitation, without thinking twice about it, and the parents understand it.
That's the atmosphere.
It's yeah.
I was gonna say,
it's
like,
way different.
It seems like that whole state is kind of similar to what Gorman and Palo kind of is, where, you know, it's a natural community already ready to give out to supply for the kids because that's what they were there for.
Oh, yeah.
But as opposed to all the surrounding schools and the rest of Vegas and the junior leagues and stuff like that, like you said, we had to pay money. We had to buy our own cleats. Sometimes we had to buy our own pads and stuff like that. So
I had to go walk the neighborhoods and sell damn gift cards.
Yeah, that's
yeah, we did.
I used to hate that. Bro.
Yeah, we did.
I used to hate those damn things.
Yeah.
The deal package. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we did that.
I used to hate hustling.
But yeah, it's definitely different. And not even just like what the kids go through is different, but like as coaches, like it's such a much like tighter knit like community of coaches out there. It's completely different than out here.
So like all coaches know each other out there, low key.
I mean, like I'm not gonna say all, but like yeah, there's like networks for sure of people, and like there's like a whole organization that's dedicated to keeping coaches connected and like up to date on everything. And
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's tight, bro. That's cool. And that's something I wish like Vegas did have more. I wish we did take our sports more seriously out here.
Which I mean, yeah, some do, but like it gets lost, man.
Yeah, and that's what it is. You get lost in it because, like, you know, for example, our football team, I feel like everybody we had was D1 players, but at the same time, we never, because we're not in that type of state of Texas, the eyes never came to us like that.
I was gonna say, I think when I was going through high school at Clark, and you know, well, by the time I went, I think we won our first game my freshman or sophomore year.
Oh, you were part of that team?
Yeah, I was part of that.
Oh yeah, Gorman, yeah.
No, Clark.
Oh, you went to Clark? Yeah,
I went to Clark.
Sorry.
So, but like as I was going through, I remember Dad was telling me like, you know, I feel like y'all coaches should be putting y'all out there more, you know, for especially because like I was good. There was a couple other people. Milan Dixon. I don't know if you ever saw film of him on like YouTube or anything, but he was a cold football player. But it was just like, I think until our junior year, we only got one coach that was seemingly gonna put us out there. But then again, it's just like there's no, like, I guess, incentive or not incentive, but just no push for the coaches to really put the kids out there and like have people pick them up unless you're going to like phase 1 or something like that, you know? And again, you're paying extra money for that, but from what it sounds like in Texas, it's like people naturally doing that.
Yeah, so in Texas, actually, every coach has like a responsibility. So like, did you play college?
No, I didn't.
You played college. Remember, there's like a recruiting coordinator, there's a strength and conditioning guy, there's a this, there's a that, there's a that. Like, that's how it is in Texas. Like, every high school staff, they have a recruiting coordinator that's responsible for getting kids' names out, guys coming in, like that's who they talk to first. Making sure kids got like everything that they need to like get into the clearinghouse and get out there and stuff like that. There's a guy that's responsible for like their strength and conditioning, you know, on staff. Like there's a guy, like it's literally like, it's like their high school is literally like, it's like college.
Yeah, that's deep. And I'm guessing you probably got the coaches too. Well, I don't know if y'all recruit for your high school? Like for kids to your high school? Really? No. Good. making sure I ain't know they was doing like dorm and stuff too.
No, it's they each school has its own, and that's the school that you're supposed to go to.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and of course
it's not perfect, but you know.
I mean, shit, we broke it out here, you know. I was supposed to go to Legacy, but because I signed up for Auto Tech, I got to go to.
Yes, we did sign up for Auto Tech.
Yeah, we broke that system, bro. You know, I break my team up. Hell no. It's too good. So now let's look at the reverse side now. What are some of the biggest blessings that you see from coaching? Like some of the things that just make you continue to want to do it?
I think when kids get it. I think when they understand it. Like not necessarily like what's on the field or like in the gym or in the weight room, but like when they understand like that you're there for them. I think that's like the biggest thing. And like you see it, and you don't see it often. But every once in a while when you do see it, like it sparks you.
Yeah, makes you feel a different type of way.
Yep. Yeah.
I truly agree.
Do you have like a specific story that you can tell?
Say I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess the most recent one I can think of is so the position that I'm at now, I just got there this like literally like was offered the last 2 weeks of school. We had a banquet for our middle school program, and I told the kids there and that I was moving. And the 8th graders were like super excited, and the 7th graders were like
hurt, because they wanted you next year.
But there's one kid in particular, and me and him, we were good some days, we were bad some days. Best friend, worst enemy, depended on the day. He was literally the first kid that was like, "Coach, you're leaving?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And like literal like tears were like running down his eyes. And I was just like, damn. I didn't know you felt that way about me. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. So like that one, like,
that's good. I mean, that makes sense though, because it's like you don't know the impact that you're making.
No, zero
idea.
idea.
They show it.
Yeah.
No,
zero idea. So.
Yeah. No, and I feel that because I don't had nothing tears, but it's like it feels cool when I go out there and flag football. And you know, it's a whole new season. Our seasons are short; they're like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And we get like a break, and it's like a new season. Like I said, developmental league. But yeah, it's been times where I'm out there coaching a brand new team, and then one of my old players from like a season or two come up. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, coach? How you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Landon? You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you in a minute. You know, you ain't playing with me? Nah, I'm on this team, coach. But the whole time we're in the game, he's laughing with me and playing around with me, and you know, like yes, he's listening, doing his job. But then if I joke with him, it's like, oh, that's the homie now, though. You know, that's my old coach, and he still calling me coach to this day. It's like I've been seeing this kid for three seasons now. It's like, wow.
I was gonna say, shoot, like I was cleaning out my room a couple days ago, and like just kind of like what you were saying when I was leaving Mathnesium to go work at the bank. Everybody was just kind of hurt. Like all the kids was just like, "Yo, you leaving? Like why?"
Yeah.
And one of the kids I don't think I've seen him from the time I got offered the position to like my last day.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Donovan, you're leaving?" It's like, "Oh, okay, for sure." So you know, I'm thinking he's doing his math, but he pulls out a sheet of paper and writes me a whole note.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then gives it to me, and then like again, I pulled that out like last week, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I miss y'all. I hope y'all doing well, you know.
Yeah. No, for sure, man.
Yeah, I feel that one, man. So, cool. So let's transition a little bit now. And let's go to the family life of a coach now. So let's talk about like how do you do the coach-family balance? Is that hard? Something hard for you to do?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm also a coach.
Word. What? You a coach too?
Yeah.
The whole time.
Fun fact. Yeah. We're holding that.
Yeah,
Holding that one close. Yeah.
She's next.
It was like super easy actually. I didn't even gotta lie. Like I'm gone, she's gone. You know.
Right.
Yeah, we're good.
So you guys just balance each other out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And her season really is kind of.
It's similar. So I don't coach football.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not my passion. But I coach swimming. So
Word.
our season for high school is October through February.
Okay.
And then I also coach middle school. So I'm the assistant coach and we have a head coach. And we coach the 7th grade team all the way through varsity in high school.
Oh wow.
So we have...
Yeah, so she's.
So I practice, we have 6 hours a day of practice.
6 hours for 6 hours a day?
Between all the different teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is torturous.
No,
That's three teams, 6 hours.
yeah.
3 teams, so
So
2
we
hours
have,
there.
we have a middle school team, a JV, and a varsity.
In 2 hours each.
Basically.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys they have a sports classes.
Sports classes?
Yeah, so swimming is a period, football is a period. At the high school level, like basketball is a period, baseball is a period.
What?
Yes.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
So you don't keep breaking my schedule and keep me up to school all night
We still do before and after school as well.
You also have before and after school.
Wow. So y'all do 3 days?
When I say it's different, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so okay. So
Varsity is 2 a days.
It's not necessarily, yeah. I mean, like for them, you know, they're gonna swim. For us, it could be anything like a lift or a film
playbook or
session.
something.
You
Yeah.
know,
But then practice is legit.
then practice, yeah.
Okay. Or after school.
Yeah.
That's
But
deep.
you still get that time like as an actual class period, which I mean for me, I'm sure you would have felt the same way. Been a nice little break,
Yeah.
you know, between math and English. Like, hey, go to football.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, no, trust me, shit. I'll go lift in that time, relax my body, and come back.
I was gonna say like for me going to the magnet school at Clark, because I had a 0 period, like an early bird, which was a legitimate class, and then the rest of my classes for what 4 extra periods.
Yeah.
And then I had practice, and then I had to go home and do all the homework and shit after every single day. And I'm like, that's part of the reason why I didn't play college ball, because I was like, first off, I'm just burnt. I was accident prone, but I'm not trying to burn myself out, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I get it.
College ball?
No, I'm just saying like, yeah, I understand what
yeah.
I understand what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying.
fully feel it too. So, that's deep. So we got family coaches. So
Yeah.
So what is it?
It's easy.
So how does it feel if one doesn't show up to the other's event?
So I go to all his events.
Right. I'm talking about pre-Chico again.
Great question, Jack. Great question.
We know what sport is popular.
Thank you. That was a great.
Not swimming.
Sorry, I hope I'm going to
I actually we go to. She goes to just about everything that I've done.
But he comes and helps out.
I help out with swimming, like legit, like help out, like
Yeah.
put stuff up.
Right.
You know, but I go to like an event a year, maybe 2.
Yeah, if we do for swimming, we do a lot more away meets than home meets. So he'll come to the home
When
meets.
it's at home, I'm there.
Try.
And then we have like a very like long running, tried and true like crosstown rivalry.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And so when we do those meets,
I'm there.
he's always there.
Yeah, just in case
So,
back up.
yeah.
Wow, shining.
I mean, they're-
Not that kind of.
No, okay.
It's not.
Not a violent rivalry, okay.
No, it's still a rivalry, but not that. Not that kind of rivalry.
I understand. So I'm just curious now. Swimming's like track meets, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like all day long or a few hours long.
It's a couple hours.
Yeah,
It's like
they're about 4
4
hours.
Yeah.
So before COVID, there would be like 12 to 15 teams at a swim meet for the invitationals, but now they're kind of cutting it down to about 6 to 8
Oh, wow.
on invitationals.
Okay.
So they just never like came back really after COVID.
Right.
But they're pretty long, and unlike the popular sports that get all the money, all the like big boosters, we really do a lot of in-house stuff, the head coach and I, and we have to set up the whole meet ourselves. Like we don't really have a lot of help.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot more like behind the scenes for us. And our athletic department, they really don't know much about swimming. So we don't really get a lot of assistance from anyone outside of the swim coaches.
Right.
So, but like he was saying, how they have like associations, like we have our own swim coaches association for Texas and everything.
That's deep.
So they have their own clinics.
That's deep.
I'm just loving like hearing the community out
Me
there.
too. And that's what I'm saying. Deep. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
because like I said, we had to do everything out here ourselves, and then sadly, what was my hobby's biggest sport? Football, low key.
Basketball.
Basketball, yeah. Basketball seemed like all the free stuff. Okay, I'm saying like what? Basketball, and wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, varsity
That's
wrestling.
because wrestling had,
States.
parents had pockets.
That too.
Their parents had deep pockets.
I was gonna say it's basketball for Clark because I think all the years we were there, or I was there, we went to state every single time.
Oh, wow.
So that was the only reason why we stayed in like Division 2 or went up to Division 1.
Right.
Except
I forgot they did that weird division
Yeah, they
stuff.
switched us up. Cause they dropped my hobby all the way down, I thought.
They just dropped them.
No, they dropped him to 2 because I played Mojave from freshman year to junior year. No, I played Mojave all 4 years, but right after my senior year, they pushed Clark up a division because I guess like my 4 years kind of just changed it. But then after our year left, it was just like they got slaughtered by Gorman every single time.
Nah, that's what we did.
Yeah.
After we had goose eggs for a few years.
Nah,
That was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad, man.
We got to keep our black jerseys though, so.
hey,
Huh?
What?
You gotta keep your black jersey?
They did.
You got a black jersey?
I did not get a black jersey.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, hold on.
right?
Yeah, the following years.
Oh, okay. Got you. I was like, hold on, I need my jersey, bro. I'm gonna go back and find mine.
Yeah, I wish I could go find mine too.
Yeah, I got my green one still.
They were
But that was a
cool.
practice jersey, though.
Oh, you stole that?
No, I got to keep it. I was told to keep it.
By whom?
I was told to wash it and bring it back. But then, the next day school was out, so when I was you know. I mean, technically I don't have it. It's in Dad's closet. It's in
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's in the closet of the house.
That's funny.
That's where all my high school stuff is still.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it might be in the
back of
Doug's
the
old room.
Yeah,
or it's still in
it's
your
Doug
room?
Dawson one. I don't know what's that.
That's funny.
I don't got it. I lied. I'm joking with you guys. Don't sue me. I was trying to make sure I don't get this play, bro. Oh, man. So, cool. What's time?
We're at 31.
Perfect. So, cool. So then now I just want to get to a little more questions about like the actual coaching experience. And one of my first questions, because I kind of have this issue on the field sometimes, what do you do when like two coaches don't agree on something? Like how do you guys like truly handle stuff like that?
Where is the disagreement occurring?
It could be anything, such as, we want John to play wide receiver, but you want him to play safety, and y'all don't want to play both sides, or the play calling is not working out right.
I mean more so like, is it happening like literally on the field?
Yes. On the field, yeah, not behind the scenes, but literally on the field. It's live. We trying to get some stuff done, and we start butting heads, or we trying to get stuff done.
Who's the senior coach?
You tell me. I have no idea how that works. I don't know if it's a senior coach that's right. Is it the position coach that would be right? Is it I'm the offensive coordinator?
No, I'm saying like, is it a position coach and an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, or is it like a coordinator and a head coach? There's like levels.
No head coach. Head coach is gone, so it's all your. I don't know how levels work either. Should explain that to me.
Well, I'm saying like, so as a position coach, I'm not gonna sit there and argue with a coordinator. It's not my job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a coordinator, like, I might say something, I might voice an opinion, but I'm not gonna sit there and argue with the head coach. It's
Right.
not my job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's like behind the scenes, like, talk about it.
Right.
But like on the field, like whoever has the quote unquote authority, You know, you let them roll with it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it sounds bad, but, like, at the end of the day, the head coach is responsible. Mm-hmm. The coordinators, their names are on it.
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm. And the position guys, like, yeah, you do a good job for your position, but, like, they're the ones that are in charge of making everything else work.
Right.
You know, so.
Okay, that makes sense. And so it's more like it's like a captain level. Like, if I'm your team captain, you need to listen to me pretty much. Or he has the final say during game time. And then we get back to the locker room, we can discuss it. But
correct.
While we on the field.
Me personally, like, that's what I would do. Like, I've seen it to where they talk about it and they argue about it, and at the end of the day, like I said, man, the head coach. It's his literally, like, it's his head. Mm-hmm. Like, every game. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, it's not. They might say, hey, your offense played well, your defense played really well, but, like, if they're losing or whatever, like, oh man, like, if you're the head coach, oh man, dude,
what are you doing wrong?
Yeah, dude, Jack, did you see the way Jack was out there play calling, or did you see how Jack's defense was out there? Like, mm-hmm. And I might be the defensive coordinator, but you're the one getting blamed for a bad defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's how.
That's beautiful. Because as you were saying, I'm like, oh, I know Bill Belichick, but I don't know his coordinators. You know? So that makes sense then.
But, you know, they got a really good defense and a pretty good offense. Like,
so yeah, he has a good name, but yeah, it makes him. They both make him look good because they're running it. That's
and the position coach is like, hey, like, yeah, you might do a great job with
the wide receivers,
the wide receivers that you guys get, but the offensive coordinator is the one that gets. You know what I'm saying? It's his name on it. You know, so
okay,
yeah.
And you know, I guess this kind of carries you too because. Maybe I wasn't ever paying attention enough on my hobby, but it was like, you know, we don't have so many coaches. So it was like you have to go from being a position coach to the coordinator. Kind of your dad did everything. He was running back, he was offensive coordinator, and he was the head coach.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like you have to play different roles, have different hats on type of deal. That's crazy, bro. That's deep, man.
Yeah.
So then what do you do when you have issues with kids, and how do you handle that? Like a kid is talking back or being disrespectful or argumentative.
Hey, you try to handle it with you and the kid first.
Okay.
Just like one-on-one before you go to the head coach.
Oh, okay.
I mean, me personally, like, if I got issues with a kid, like, I'm gonna talk to him first about it. And if I can't get through to him or he still is like whatever towards me, like, I'm like, hey, coach, like, here you go. You know, and I like tell him the situation or whatever. And usually usually he can take care of it. It gets like bad, like. You know, then you get the parent involved, like, and not necessarily like usually just call the parent, like, hey, is everything okay with like so and so at the house? Because usually it's not like
something personal.
Yeah,
or like
usually.
Hates you,
I mean, we're dealing with kids, so like you gotta remember, like, hormones are like here and there, and like good days, bad days. You know, anything can set them off or like make them have a bad day, or you know, maybe mom and dad are going at it, and like the kid's frustrated at the house, and where does he feel safe enough to take it out at? Like the next person that I like the most, like at practice with coach, like, you know what I'm saying, like. So that's usually what happens. I mean, but usually it doesn't go that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my next level is about with parents. How do you deal with like difficult parents?
I don't.
You don't. I got time for you.
I do not. I don't got no. That is the people whose heads are on it, their names are on it. Like that's their
job.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel it.
Now, if I gotta go in there and defend myself, like I will, but like I'm not gonna sit there and like argue with a parent.
Right.
You know, if they like got questions, like, well, come watch. Like, come to practice. You know, don't come just one day. No, come like every day that week. Because you know anybody can show out like one day, like, see, like I told you guys, but like how are you gonna do it the next day and the next day? You know what I'm saying? That type of deal.
It's like the kids sitting in class being bad, and then all of a sudden their mama walk in, they good, but second they gone, they just get bad.
Speaking, you know that happened, right?
That happens?
Did we have the same Spanish class in middle school?
I didn't take Spanish.
Oh, dude.
Your mama came and said that?
Yeah, dude. It was
oh my gosh.
That was bad. Fun fact.
Can we take like a slight mental?
All right, dude. So we had the Spanish teacher in middle school, right, dude? I have no idea why, but she like did not like our class. Actually, I do know why, because we were all friends in there. and we were. You remember Alberto? Yeah. So it was like me, him. It was like a few others, like a couple girls in the mix. Like so, I mean, you know how we were. Yeah, we were like.
We was bad. We was stealing shit, water guns.
We didn't steal in that class. We did talk.
Clown.
So yeah, we were. I mean, we weren't good by any stretch of the but like, dude, she had it out for me, man. And my mom one time, like, she ain't say nothing, no warning, no heads up. We're sitting at a table. My boy Alberto, he was like, man, who's that lady standing in the doorway? And I'm like, what? And I like turn, and I'm like, oh shh. Whoop. He's like, what, man? He was like, what? And I'm like, dude, that's my mom, man. He's like, no way. I'm like, dude, I swear to God, that's my fucking mom. Like, don't say shit. And she just sat there. I'm like, yeah, it was a long day.
That's deep, bro. I feel bad for you.
Yeah, that happened. I forgot to tell you.
So luckily, right, for me, Doug was hella bad. And because Doug was so bad, I got looked over on everything. Like, my grades are good, and because my grades are good, it was nothing for me.
Oh, yeah, dude, I had a good grade in the class.
We had an A and a...
It was a U?
A U, yeah.
A and a U?
Yeah. Like, okay, he do his work, but he was not paying attention.
That was bad, man.
That's crazy, bro. That's hella wild. I love it, though. I love to see my own stomping grounds, you know what I'm saying? See how far we came. It's like... Yeah, man. From speeding down the street, bumping Tupac for every game, and going to Hamburger Hut before the game, eating chicken fingers and all that stuff, to married, kids, coaching, jobs, houses, responsibilities,
bills.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to dodge my bills still for sure. All right, what else question I got for you? Okay, cool. So, what do you think is the biggest part of coaching? Is it, to win games? Is it to connect with the kids? Is it to show the kids new skills? Make yourself feel good? Like, what would you consider is the biggest part of coaching for both of you guys, actually? So both of you guys are coaches.
You want to go first? No.
Okay. Next first?
For me, it's seeing the kids that I coach and that I interact with, seeing them become successful. Do I want to win? Sure, 100%. Who doesn't?
Yeah,
right.
Do I want to lose? Like, no, I don't. But like, the biggest thing for me is to just see them, and whether it's like winning a game or doing something the right way, or like, lifting more than they ever thought they could, or getting down like a coverage, or like passing a class that they've had issues with like the entire year.
Right.
Like, which might not necessarily be like a direct result for me, but like just them knowing that I'm there, like maybe that helped them out. Like that for me, like that's what does it. Like just seeing the kids that I work with and interact with become successful.
Right, better than they were when you first met them. I love it.
Yeah, so very similar to that. We live in Odessa, which is essentially a very tiny Las Vegas. Like same kind of weather. We don't have water.
Oh wow.
I mean, so swimming is not something that a lot of people partake in. We have a very small team. Like our team is maybe like 20 to 30 kids.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's very small compared to like the hundreds on the football team. And we don't expect very many of any of our kids to swim past high school. And so like our biggest goal is to, have them stick with something and build these foundational skills that if they can make it through this and still be successful at other things, like what are the odds that you're not going to be successful in the future? Because as Justin found out recently, swimming is a very, very challenging sport.
Oh, I know.
He tried to do a workout with me. So I swam too, and so...
Cramped up.
Oh no, that's fine. We can go into the story too. So, all right, so I'm over here looking at Donovan. He's like, "What is going on?" All right, so we did a swim workout, and I mean, like, I don't like want to seem like I'm tooting my own horn, but I feel like I'm a pretty decent athlete.
Yeah.
Still at the age of 32. Still a pretty decent athlete. Can do some things. I'm not as good as I used to be, obviously, but like,
You still got it though.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like a day, I'll give you my best for a day. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing this swim workout, right? And it's hard. It's like it's hard. Okay, if you've never done a swim workout, it's tough. Like legit, like you're swimming laps, like you're doing this stroke, you're doing that stroke. So we're doing our warm up, and I've never done a flip turn. You guys know what a flip turn is?
Is that water and kick your legs in the wall?
Yes.
You do the somersault and bounce off.
Yes. Never done a flip turn. Never was taught how to do a flip turn. But I'm swimming. She's in front. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep my head under the water. Watch how she does it. I'm going to try it on the next turn. See her do it. I'm like, it look too bad. Go to do it. Boop, boop. Push off. And almost drowned.
You almost drowned.
Dude, almost. All right, so when you push off, like you're supposed to push out and then up.
Oh, you was on the water for too long.
Dude, I pushed flat. So when I went to like do my arm over, it was underwater. It was still underwater.
Yeah.
So like I had a little panic, like got to the top, like, and then kept swimming. Right after that, the workout was awful.
Oh wow,
that messed up your whole vibe.
The whole workout was tough after that one, man.
He was dead.
Yeah, it was
Dead.
bad. It was bad.
But yeah, and I try to like tell the kids too, cause I swam. I started in 7th grade. I couldn't even like hold my nose. Like I had to hold my nose. I couldn't blow bubbles out of my nose or anything. And then I quit my sophomore year in high school, and then I walked on college. And I was like, those are the hardest 4 years of my life. Like coming back after taking 2 years off when you're like in your fundamental athletic years.
Yeah, it's like you're still growing and getting better.
But I was like, you know, I can say that I finished it. And so that's kind of like what we try to like have kids do, like even if you're not the best,
like just finish.
like complete something and you can like have that accomplishment.
Right.
And then if you tackle something else, you know
you can do it. You tackled something before.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's actually being super modest, by the way. She actually taught a kid how to swim that then swam in college. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He couldn't even make it across the pool.
Like legit, like taught the kid how to swim.
Yeah.
In the 7th grade.
So yeah, as assistant coach, I get what we call them the lane 6 kids, which are
The outside lane.
the fundamental group. And my head coach is like, if you want to tackle that, you go for it. I'm gonna go work with the fast group.
The kids that know what they're doing already.
Yeah. So I taught this kid, and he ended up swimming a couple years in college at a D2 school.
Oh, wow, nice.
That's nice.
And he started swimming as a 9th grader.
Oh, that's tight.
Oh, my fault, 9th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in high school.
That's hella tight.
Yeah, so it's like rewarding. I have a very love-hate relationship with coaching. I'm more of the academic, so I teach all the like dual credit classes, and so I like swimming. But when he did his speech that he was going up to the high school, because I kind of like, should I stay or should I go? I kind of have those moments. I was like, I don't think I'm ready to say go.
Yeah.
Like once he said his little bit, so it's something that just like it's part of you.
Right.
I don't know if I could give it up. I'll have to see what happens in the next few years.
Yeah. No, and I feel that, like ideally say it's a part of you because I stopped playing football in college. Like I walked on, and then after my first semester, I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. But every year I did flag football out there. You know what I'm saying? Then when I came back to Vegas, I did flag football out here. And then, enough said, we did a lot of sports with them and stuff like that. And then once they hired me on to do football up there, I was like, I'm back at home right now because, something about Saturday morning, you on the field and the parents out there and, you hear music in the background, but it's game time though, And something about that just makes me feel like alive. I don't know what it is. It's like they always say, if you want to get rid of your worries, go run the basketball, go work out, And that's what it is. While I'm out there in the field, everything else in life can go whatever, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it right now until after I got this field.
Yeah. Right.
But I'm here for the kids.
Yeah.
So, and with the coaching, I guess my follow-up question was, so you more of a, this is going to be a bad example, but more of a life coach than just a football coach or a swim coach. So you're teaching the kids about lessons and
All right, so like honestly, like not driving, but
driving forward. Like,
drive. So yeah, definitely not teach them driving. Matter of fact, there's a few of them like, Coach, I'm about to get my permit. I'm like, dude, like,
You don't need it.
let me know when you're driving, so I'm staying at home. Like, But no, like honestly, God, like there's times where there's kids, and I mean, I don't want to say like worst of the worst, but like the knuckleheads. And dude, I'm like, like why? Like I like literally like take the time like talk to them like why? Like what are you doing? Like, I don't know. Like well, I know that. Like I know you don't know what you're doing. Like that's why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I try to like take the time with whoever it is that I like, see somebody's having a bad day or whatever, just like help them out. Whether that's talking to them, helping them out, trying to get them through a tough situation. You're dealing with kids, so they have like radical viewpoints on things. Yeah. Trying to get them to see like maybe, hey, maybe this side, this is how this looks from over here. Yeah. That type of deal. So like, yeah, I guess I wouldn't consider it a life coach,
But then like for the actual sports specific type of coaching, since we've coached like many different levels, I feel like you get to enjoy like different aspects of the coaching for the different levels. Like middle school, they're just so like eager and like excited and
they are
brand new. Like you literally have to show them how to do a sit-up because they don't understand how to do a sit-up. And so we can both kind of, coming from college and then going back down to like, we don't remember learning it, but you have to learn it. And so teaching them the technique, and then as they get older, just really focusing on, improving that. It's just kind of nice to see those different gears and shifting through the different age groups.
Yeah. No, and I truly agree with that. I had this one kid, it's actually kind of funny, more like kind of somewhat backwards, but same thing. So this one kid, young kid, he's my little ones. He was a little monster. Like, you give him the ball, it was low-key like I hate to say it, like a video game, but when you just that fast kid and tag. So when they come in, you don't move, you just look at them and wait for them to get a certain distance before you take off. He did that with flag football. So he'll get the ball and he'll be in the backfield. I'm like, run! He'll just sit there. And then when the kids get close enough, then he'll break off and then score a touchdown every time.
Gosh.
But then you saw him, and you saw he was bored with it, but then when you saw him go to the next level, and now all the kids are just as fast as he is, he can't do that no more. And you start to see him start to change his mind about, okay, when I get the ball, I have to go downhill, and I have to run straight, and I have to teach him, like, Lucas, cut once, go. You can't keep running back and forth, bro. I need you to run to the cone. Your dad is over there. Run to your dad. Stop running to the sidelines. And you're doing too much. Because every time you do that, they pull your flags because these kids are fast too. Yeah. But then seeing him like finally start clicking his head like they are fast, and then he starts to just hit the hole and take off, and now he's scoring touchdowns again. Yeah. But that development or that, like I said, to figure it out.
That's the I love when that light bulb.
Yeah, light bulb ticks.
And you can see it in there, like literally on their face. That light bulb clicks. You're like, all right, we're good now.
Yeah, exactly.
We figured it out, dude.
Yeah, that's a beautiful feeling.
I want to bring enlightenment.
That's bring enlightenment. I love it.
And the best part is when the kids are like, "Oh, you were right."
Yeah. I told you.
Well, we are coaching for a reason.
We are coaching for a reason. I'm out for a reason.
Like, if I did this like you said, I am faster.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd be like, you called me old 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
there's a reason this old man is out here teaching you.
Yeah, I was just saying, there's a few times I had to like literally bite my tongue when a kid told me like I was wrong. I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right, that makes sense. I'm like, no shit.
No, you better than me. I'll let you get burned. I'll let you. No, I ain't. Okay. I'll let you go out there and run it, and then what? Well, what did I tell you beforehand? And then second they do it. Oh, okay, coach, I got you. Yeah. That's right now. Let's get this rolling out. High five. Get your hands rolling. So cool. We can go to our end game right now. I know we're about to wrap up the episode, and I have just a few more questions for you guys. So my first question would be is, if you guys had to give advice to other coaches, what advice would you guys give them?
Remember why you did it, why you started.
Beautiful. Started coaching or just
everything. Why did you start playing? Why did you decide to go from whatever you're doing to coaching? Because it takes us. You don't just wake up and say like, oh, I think I'm gonna go coach right now. Like something has to get like stirred inside of you. So remember why? Because you're gonna have good days, but you're also gonna have like some real bad days, like real bad days. And it's not, just like we tell the kids, it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. So if you remember why you start and you keep pushing forward, whatever your goal is or whatever you want to do, remember why and you just keep pushing forward towards it.
Right.
That's all.
I love it. This is Katie.
I would say a big deal for me is make sure you have patience. Like you have to understand like that, you know, what these kids are going through, what you went through. Like sometimes you forget all the pain after. And so I think being very patient, I had to learn that a lot my first few years of coaching. And then also I think for people who want to be coaches or things like that, you just need to understand it is a commitment.
Right.
Like you can't go in it thinking you're gonna be a, 9 to 5 kind of person and then out, and that you don't have to do stuff outside with the kids. Like you're committed to that.
Right.
It's not for the money.
Oh yeah, you're committed to other like human beings.
Yeah.
Like wholehearted, like you're like committed, like a family member to other humans.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that one because so the only thing I don't like about the organization I'm in sometimes is they have this thing called multi-sport where a kid will come in and every 2 weeks they'll do a new sport. So they'll do football, baseball, and soccer, something like that. And when it comes to football, they always want me to teach it. And I always hate it because when they have me teach it, I have to step away from another team that I've been coaching for the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, you know what I'm saying? And like that always hurts me more than anything because these kids have been dedicated, they're learning me, I'm learning them, and then all of a sudden I get snatched away to go coach some kids. I mean, I just met them, I'm gonna help them, do my best, but the kids that were dependent on me, I have let them down now. That hurts my feelings more than anything.
Because it's like you're forced to not keep your commitment.
I'm forced to not keep my commitment, and it breaks your heart every time. Because then it's like, and it's like sucks if the kids are running up, hey, what's up, coach? Hey, I'm not your coach today, unfortunately, though. You know, Mr. Johnson will teach you guys today. I taught him all the plays. He knows what you guys do, but I gotta sacrifice. Or it's the job at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
And the kids know when a coach isn't in it.
Oh yeah, they
Like-
know. But they know way before anybody else.
oh yes. Yeah, they feel it, and that's why too enthusiasm. I try to do as much enthusiasm as I can while I'm out there, high fiving, laughing, screaming, whatever the hell the case may be, to show that I'm in this with you guys. That's needed. I love it. So my second to last question for you guys is, in your coaching journey, where are you still swimming to? And when we say still swimming to, we look at it as you're on an island right now and you're swimming to a new island, you're swimming to a new goal, and you're always swimming to something. So where are you guys still swimming to? Whoever wants to go first.
I think Katie has to go first.
Yeah, Katie has to go first now. Swimmer? Yeah, right.
She is a swim coach.
She's a swim coach.
So I'm trying to figure out if I want to stay on the island, swim to a bigger island, move up, or get off the island.
Or get on a boat.
Get on a boat.
Get on a boat.
So I'm kind of in a transitional decision making part of my coaching. I've been coaching for 7 years, and so we might be moving into other things. And so with both of us coaching, we work about 12-hour days.
Oh wow.
It's like,
See each other go sleep.
yeah, we see each other at the gym. We get up at 4 a.m. and go work out.
Oh wow. Okay.
Long.
Hey, you still got daytime though. That works.
Long
Yeah.
days, yeah.
So, and then, I've toyed with the idea. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy being the assistant coach, but I think because of who my head coach is.
Yeah.
And he's probably on the cusp of retiring. So it's kind of one of those, like, am I going to take over?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'll work for anybody else. So,
No.
no.
Probably not.
But I feel confident now to take over, because initially I got offered a head coaching position right out, and I was not ready for that. So,
Yeah.
but right now I'm gonna just stay where I'm at. Keep swimming.
Right. keep developing where you are, and nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay?
Me, I don't want to be like a head coach by any stretch of the imagination. But I would like to get up to like a coordinator position.
Okay. Why not a head coach?
I think once you hit that, man, it's not as much about football, and it's more about, I don't want to say like politics, but like, yeah, you gotta deal with parents more, you gotta deal with administration differently, you gotta, not just the administration like on your campus, but like also
Other people. Oh, yeah, statewide. And everything.
Yep. Now, also you're responsible for the coaches that you have. Like
I was gonna say when you were talking about like the coordinators are just kind of like the name of the place, they get all the credit and everything, but it seems like it's the difference from being in like operations of a company to being the board of directors.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna be the district manager or the CEO, CFO type things, and it's like you said, it's kind of more politicky as opposed to actually doing what the company with the coaches do, you know?
Yeah, because you got to answer for like everything. Well, because especially in Texas, like they're the head athletic director on campus. You know, is it just?
Yeah. So like the head football coach is my boss.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And
So
then
you're
he's
like-
in charge of all the middle school coaches that feed into the high school.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's deep. So that's a true role, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an organization.
Yeah. It's a,
So so in Texas there ain't no coaching and teaching like that.
Oh no,
That's
you
the head
do.
coach.
But the head coach.
The head coach is not. Every other coach is on staff though, so it's not like what we had, where we had a few coaches that weren't at the school. Like every coach is on the campus.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, but like I said, like head coach, you gotta do all that. Like,
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility.
give me football. I'm good.
I feel it, and you like me, bro. I don't want to do with the politics. I want to get down to dirty. You know what I'm saying? I'm a soldier, and I'm trying to go fight. I don't want to be on top in the boardrooms and stuff all the time. Oh yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
So then the last question we ask every single one of our guests. This is my fault. I should have pre-warned you about this question, so I apologize now. But the last question is we ask every guest to leave a quote with us at the end of the episode. So I was wondering if there's a quote you guys like to share. Definitely when it comes to coaching. And then this is the time where you can take your time and push your phone, be positive, edit, make a little awesome.
I'm just gonna go with my motto.
What's that?
So I just have like a motto
Okay, beautiful.
that I tell all the kids that quantity doesn't often lead to quality, but quality usually equals quantity.
I like
So,
that.
and I'm also an English teacher, so people write a lot in my class. I'm like, you can do a lot, but it doesn't mean it's worth anything.
Right.
But if you do something worthwhile, it usually ends up being,
Worth a lot.
yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that thing you did, I don't know how many episodes ago, or I don't know, it might have been just a side conversation that me and you had, but how like, I guess America, like we take up so much space in terms of like farming and producing like all these crops and stuff like that, but it produces such low quality because we're just focused on the quantity.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get it out and distribute it, as opposed to like the rice farmers in like Asia or something like that. They only have like one plot of land, so they're gonna produce
the best
the quality. The best it can be to produce the most and like the best quality, and therefore, and I'm gonna even bring in like something I read a couple days ago. So like the reason why America tends to be so I guess self-indulgent or indulgent in food and stuff like that is because like the nutritional value in our food is so crap. It's based off of like a lot of corn, syrup, and sugar and such. It's therefore low nutritional value. So when we eat, it may be a lot of quantity, but it's not quality, and we don't feel satiated, and that's why we keep eating. As opposed to like if you I'm gonna use Asia as an example, like Japan. The portions are smaller. Like outside of the country, the portions tend to be smaller, but it's such a nutrient-dense food that we don't feel the need to eat so much. So therefore, like it goes back to the quality produces way more quantity as opposed to quantity producing better quality.
Right, exactly. Or look, I think to simplify it, I always think of the Bruce Lee quote. I fear the man. I do not fear the man that knows 1,000 different kicks. I fear the man that's practiced one kick 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Because he perfected that kick and he gonna kick right through your shin. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the guy that knows 1,000, he gonna keep trying to throw stuff, but they ain't gonna hit with impact. They're just gonna be.
Yeah, that's what my head coach, he always says, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect
makes
practice.
practice.
Well, he says perfect practice makes perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
And he's like, you gotta be intentional
Yeah.
whenever you're practicing, or you're just doing the wrong thing over and over.
Yes. Intentional, integrity, intentional living, John Maxwell, go listen to it. But you have to have intentionality behind it. You have the intention behind it, you might as well go do something else because you just waste some time. Yeah, I love that. Cool.
Justin, did you?
God,
Justin,
dang it, man.
I was gonna let you
I was trying to let you Hey,
I was like, that's an Armstrong quote.
Hey,
So
y'all just went. Y'all
He
went.
said, we tagged
I thought that was a tag team. You should have said
I
I'm
went knee deep in that one, man. That was good. I don't even know when am I supposed to add to that? How am I supposed to follow that up?
Armstrong, bro. Like,
Jesus.
There's no way like the Armstrong way.
I don't know. I guess one of the ones I feel like I use is whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're always right.
Beautiful.
Hey, that's deep.
Like it's like just being for real, cause I've gone through a lot of different stuff in my life. And, like I've been down, been put in some tough situations, and like the only thing that kept pushing me forward is the fact that like I know this is not where I'm stopping. I know this is not how I'm gonna end up. I know who I am. I know what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
So I think like that's the one I find myself using a lot, especially when I was in the middle school.
Shoot, I'll use it now still.
Whether you think you can or you can't, you're always right.
Yes. I love it, bro.
So
I love that to the fullest. You know, power of mind. Power of mind. You know what I'm saying? If you don't think you can do it, you ain't gonna get it done. But if you think you can do it, there might be some hurdles, some walls to run through, but you'll get there. As long as you keep saying, I got this.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I can. Literally
Just have the patience for it. Because, I mean, shoot, there's been a lot of stuff I've been praying for the past, like, 2, 3, 4 years. And just, like, I mean, I'm not going to get it if I just stop. So let me just at least get to the next day. Let me at least get to the next step.
Yep.
And at least at some point it's going to happen. And it's usually when I forget about it. And then I'm like, oh, shit, here we go.
I forgot about this and boom, it's already here.
Nah.
I fully agree with that one, man. I fully agree. So, is there any shout outs or anything you guys like to make before we close this episode today? Any websites or pages we can go to check out your football team or your swim team or anything like that?
I just do shout outs. I was gonna say, dude, shout out our families. Like, if she wants to shout out extra people, but like, I just want to shout out my families. Just everything they put up with us and go through for us, and you know, good days, bad days, wins, losses,
Right.
all that stuff. Shout out to them.
Beautiful. That's good. No, Armstrong team?
Yeah, we're Team Armstrong on
Team
that.
Armstrong, okay.
Yeah.
So, Team Armstrong, I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining us today,
Appreciate
man. I believe it was a great episode. And, you know, I'm just hoping you guys taught somebody something new out there. You guys taught me some stuff today, maybe some things to think about. So I said I appreciate you guys. Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Of course.
Mr. 1-3, thank you so much for another great episode, being a part of me again.
Yes, sir.
You already know we're going to keep the journey going. We got some great episodes coming for you guys in the future. So you guys make sure you check out our IG, our Facebook, sign up for your Audible subscription if you haven't signed up for it yet. We're trying to get out free knowledge. Please take it and run with it. Use it to your advantage. And hope you guys had a marvelous day, a splendid afternoon, immaculate evening, new word.
Hey, yo.
And remember to just keep swimming. We got haters in the building.
That's a good word. Great word.
Oh, he said ill. Like,
Oh, no.
He said great word.
Oh, okay, damn. That's all right. But yeah, y'all, just keep swimming.
Just keep, oh, you
Say it,
got to
please.
say
I need y'all to say it.
Oh, my fault. Just keep swimming.
That wasn't Team Armstrong.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same time.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2. All right, on 3. You ready?
Yes.
1, just keep swimming. What do you
That's terrible.
All right, for real, you ready?
Okay.
1, 2.
Just keep swimming.
There we go. Cut that shit.